Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. 176 Nepalese held in Sao Paulo, Brazil, attempting to illegally make their way to the US. Nepal's embassy in Brazil says preparations underway to help them. Main opposition leader Pushpa Kamal Dahal says the government is serving mafias, warns against airing comments on Constitution amendment without adequate homework. Digital transaction becomes more expensive for the public as government charges 1.30 rupees per transaction. Experts warn such taxes dent plans for digital Nepal. And it's Nepal versus Bangladesh in the final of Under-20 SAF Championship tomorrow. The match taken as a chance for Nepal's youth team to bring football back on track. The Nepalese embassy in Brazil has confirmed 176 Nepali nationals have been held at Sao Paulo, Brazil. Majority of them were heading to the US illegally, according to representative of the Foreign Ministry. The Nepalese embassy in Brazil has urged to take permit and leave Brazil for another nation only if they have necessary documents and reasons. The 176 Nepalese migrants have been held in Sao Paulo airport since almost a week. They have paid hundreds of thousands of rupees to human traffickers who promised to take them to the US. The Nepalese embassy in Brazil has confirmed all of the Nepalese are in good health at the moment. Speaking with Kantipur TV, Nepalese ambassador for Brazil, Nirmal Raj Kafle, said the embassy will extend help to the Nepalese if needed. However, he added none of them had sought for help so far. The South American nation has changed its immigration policies after increasing number of migrants who applied for asylum to make their way to the US. As a result, around 700 immigrants have been held at the airport. These individuals are likely to be returned to their respective countries in a few days' time. Human traffickers illegally transport people to countries like Brazil, apply for asylum, and then take them through Colombia, Panama, Peru, Guatemala, Mexico, and eventually to the US. In many cases, hundreds have died along the way due to arduous journey. CPN Maoist Center Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal has broken his silence after more than a month since leaving the government. He addressed today's session of the House of Representatives and poured a few bitter remarks on the government that range from good governance to the government's handling of the due payments of NEA and Constitution amendment. CPN Maoist Center Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal, who had not addressed the parliament even when incumbent Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli took the vote of confidence, spoke on Tuesday's session of the House of Representatives for the first time as the leader of the main opposition. Presenting himself in an aggressive manner, Dahal began by alleging the government of showing arrogance and of heading towards a wrong path. He also alleged the government of serving what he called mafias.
संख्याको उन्माद र शक्तिको दुरुपयोगतिर अग्रसर छ। जनता भन्दा स्वार्थ समूहहरूको अझ माफियाहरूको सेवामा अग्रसर छ। त्यसैले अब पनि रचनात्मक खबरदारी नगरे धेरै ढिलो हुनु भयो भन्ने चिन्ताले आज म यहाँ खबरदारीको निम्ति उपस्थित भएको छु। जनताले यो सम्मानित संसदमाथि गरिरहेको विश्वास पनि कमजोर हुने हो कि त्यसैले मैले आज यो रोस्टममा उभिने निर्णय गरे।
Dahal made sure to specially protect the managing director of Nepal Electricity Authority, Kulman Ghising, as he said the incumbent government had impeded works of the authority and courted controversy, and he added that Prime Minister Oli was to be blamed for it. Dahal also challenged Oli to take a decision through the cabinet regarding 22 billion rupees that the industries have yet to pay to the authority. He was of the opinion that it was the Premier who needed to present a clarification on the due payments instead of the authority MD Ghising.
प्रधानमन्त्रीको नियत सही छ भने फेसबुकमा होइन, अब क्याबिनेटमा आओस् र पास होस् 22 अरबको प्रस्ताव। प्रमुख प्रतिपक्षी दलको यही रोस्टमबाट समर्थन रहने विश्वास म तपाईलाई दिलाउन चाहन्छु। यदि अबको क्याबिनेटमा 22 अरबको प्रस्ताव आएन भने देशले अझ राम्ररी बुझ्नेछ प्रधानमन्त्रीजीको नियत।
Dahal also said the government had backed down from issues of good governance and said it had transferred officials assigned for the investigation of fake Bhutanese refugee scam. He also warned the ruling side against speaking lightly of constitution amendment without adequate homework. Should anyone attempt to take away the right for inclusion and proportional representation, the Hall said it will be sternly protested against. The Hall has been criticized by most for inviting instability to national politics due to his power games. On Tuesday, he addressed that criticism as well, saying he was no longer interested in power politics and added that he will not seek for a share in the government. Oman's Foreign Minister Saeed Badr bin Hamad bin Hamud Al Bushaidi has met with President Ramchandra Paudel. Al Bushaidi, who arrived Kathmandu on a two-day state visit to Nepal yesterday upon the invitation of Foreign Minister Arzu Rana, met with the President at Sheetal Niwas. During the meeting, President Ramchandra Paudel had expressed hopes of support from the Oman government's sovereign fund, among others, as Nepal prepares to graduate from the least developed country status in the year 2026. The President's press advisor Kiran Pokhrel said that the two also dwelt on the potential of establishing embassies, considering the increasing number of Nepalese migrant workers in Oman and for a direct flight, among others. Earlier in the day, the visiting minister had met with Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Foreign Minister Arzu Rana. The foreign ministerial level meeting reached an understanding on issues like taking Nepali workers to Oman, support in promotion of tourism, collaborating on health sector and Foreign Affairs Institute, among others. Minister Rana informed after the meeting that legworks would be done to sign agreement on the 4 issues within this year.
First foreign minister visit as I take office. I am happy to note that दुई देश ओमान र नेपालको सम्बन्ध प्रगाढ पार्ने बारेमा कुराहरू भयो र हाम्रो देशबीच अब 4 वटा सम्झौता गर्न गइरहेका छौं। एउटा लेबर सम्बन्धी, एउटा हेल्थ सम्बन्धी र एउटा टुरिज्म र अर्को चाहिँ यो हाम्रो यो जुन चाहिँ इन्स्टिट्युट छ फरेन अफेयर्स को त्यो र उहाँहरुको इन्स्टिट्युटमा चाहिँ एउटा द्वैत सम्बन्ध बनाउने बारेमा चाहिँ हाम्रो छलफलहरु भएको छ र नेपाली लेबरको लागि चाहिँ उहाँहरु एकदमै इच्छुक हुनुहुन्छ र नेपालमा इन्भेस्ट गर्न पनि टुरिज्म सेक्टरमा चाहिँ उहाँहरुको इच्छा उहाँहरुले व्यक्त गर्नु भएको छ।
The foreign ministerial level meeting also dwelt on strengthening Nepal-Oman ties. Minister Rana also urged for operating flights to Nepal's Bhairahawa and Pokhara international airports. Oman had operated flights to Bhairahawa, which later stopped. Nepal and Oman established diplomatic ties in 1977. However, this is the first time a foreign minister of Oman visited Nepal. Oman is one of the major destinations for Nepalese workers. Around 24,000 Nepalese are currently employed there. Minister Al Bushaidi returned Oman this evening. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before today's question, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday we asked you, what's your take on the Prime Minister directing police personnel not to bribe political leaders for promotion or transfer? 67% voted for option A, corruption is rampant, 13% for B, effort to curb corruption, and 20% for C, take action. And here's today's question. How do you think the relation between Maori Centre Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli will turn in the future? Your options are A, they'll come along, B, no partnership before election, and C, Dahal frustrated for losing power. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And in this context, in our Public Voice segment, today we've asked in several provinces what their take is on the government's decision to implement VAT in digital transactions. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
कर तिरेको पैसा सही ठाउँमा सदुपयोग भयो कि भएन भनेर जनताले जान्ने मौका पनि नपाइरहेको अवस्थामा यो डिजिटल कारोबारमा अहिले जुन कर लगाइएको छ यो पूर्ण रूपमा गलत नै छ।
जसरी यो निर्णय भएको छ यो असाध्यै गलत छ, यसलाई चाहिँ सच्याउनु पर्छ, यसो गर्नु हुँदैन।
हामीले 10 रुपैयाँ चाहिँ हरेक ट्रान्ज्याक्सनमा तिरिरहेछ, त्यसमाथि पनि एक्स्ट्रा भ्याट लगाउनु त यो त नागरिकलाई चाहिँ एकदमै गलत नै भइरहेछ।
कमाएको छ भने उले सरकारलाई ट्याक्स तिर्ने कुरा ठीक हो, तर सबैलाई ट्याक्स लगाएर के भयो त भने सरकार लुटेरामा परिणत भइरहेछ। यो तरिकाले के हो भने देशमाथि लाग्दैन।
यो चाहिँ जनतामा र जनताप्रति जवाबदेही विहीन
प्रकारको भएको हुनाले यो चाहिँ गलत छ।
तिर्न पनि सक्नुहुन्न र सरकारले चाहिँ नगरेको राम्रो हो।
डिजिटल उ त यिनीहरूले गर्दै नगर भन्न खोज्या हो। डिजिटल उसलाई नगर्न खोज्या मान्छेले क्यास बोकेर हिँड्यो भने त्यो पक्रे स्रोत नखोलिया सम्पत्ति भनेर पक्रेर मान्छेले टेन्सन दिने मात्रै काम हो।
डिजिटल कारोबारले गर्दाखेरि अलिकति बजारमा अलिकति व्यवस्थापनहरू राम्रो भइरहेको थियो हैन, त्यसले गर्दाखेरि हामी यस्तो अब डिजिटल कारोबार गर्नेहरूलाई चाहिँ अलिकति गाह्रो र मारमा नै पर्ने जस्तो लाग्छ।
डिजिटल करेन्सीमा भ्याट लगाएको छ त्यो एकदम न्यायपूर्ण छैन, एकदम ठिक्क छैन, त्यो जनतामाथि शोषण गरेको जस्तै मलाई लागिरहेछ।
जनतासँग प्रत्यक्ष जोडिएका सेक्टरहरूमा राज्यले ठुलो कर लाद्दाखेरि नेपाली जनताहरूमा झन् धेरै भार थोपरिएको हुनाले यो चाहिँ एकदम सरासर गलत कार्य सरकारको हो।
कस्टमरसँग लिने कर चाहिँ सेवा प्रदायक कम्पनीले लिइसकेपछि त सरकारले लिने कर त सेवा प्रदायक कम्पनीसँग लिनुपर्ने हो नि त। हामीले त डबल मार्का पर्यो नि।
U.S. President Joe Biden's National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan met with China's top diplomat Wang Yi in Beijing today at the beginning of several days of talks aimed at quieting tensions between the two superpowers ahead of the 5th of November U.S. election. In his remarks in front of journalists ahead of the closed-door meeting, Wang described China-U.S. ties as critical with a bearing on the world and which have taken twists and turns, adding that he hoped relations between the two nations would move to a condition of stable, healthy and sustainable development. Sullivan said both would talk about areas of agreement and disagreement that need to be managed effectively and substantively. Sullivan's trip is the first by a U.S. National Security Advisor since 2016. He has held regular talks with Wang with an eye to managing competition between the superpowers, and they last met in Bangkok in January. We've got more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break.
Sports news.
Nepal is playing against Bangladesh tomorrow at the title decider of the Under-20 SAF Championship. This is the first time for Nepal in the final of the championship in 9 years' time. Captain of Nepalese side Kushal Dewa said the team is confident on defeating Bangladesh once again and lift the trophy. In the pre-match conference held in Enfa Complex Sadobato, Captain Dewa said the team was mentally prepared to win the final.
हाम्रो प्रिपरेसन एकदम राम्रो भइरहेको छ। हाम्रो लास्ट 2 सेसन्सहरुमा हामीले हाम्रो प्लान्सहरुमा वर्क गरेको छौं अनि हामी हाम्रो फाइनल च्यालेन्जको लागि एकदमै प्रिपेयर्ड छौं जस्तो लाग्छ। अनि हामीले बंगलादेशसँग ग्रुप स्टेजमा एकदमै राम्रो परफर्मेन्स पनि गरेको थियौं अनि अब हाम्रो फाइनल्स म्याच उनीहरुसँग नै परेको छ। त्यही भएर हामीले हाम्रो वर्क गरेको छौं सबै प्लान्सहरुमा अनि हामी प्रिपेयर्ड छौं जस्तो लाग्छ।
Nepal's coach Urjan Shrestha said Bangladesh was a strong opponent and added that both the sides knew each other's strengths and weaknesses and that the one with the best strategy would win the final.
अहिले नै मैले राम्रो नराम्रो पछि बंगलादेशलाई यहाँ हजुरले भन्यो भने फेरि उनीहरु सतर्क रहला हैन, त्यो चीज भन्ने कुरा हुँदैन। त्यो हामीले एनालाइसिस गरेछौं, उनीहरुले पनि हाम्रो एनालाइसिस गरे होला। भोलिको चाहिँ यस्तो हुन्छ कि अब सबै कोचले आफ्नो प्लानिङ गर्छ, हामीले आफ्नो प्लानिङ गर्छौं। त्यो कोचको प्लानिङ अनुसार जब जुन प्लेयरले जुन टिमले राम्रो खेल्छ त्यो टिमले चाहिँ जित्छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्छ।
Nepal and Bangladesh were in the same group in the group stage, during which Nepal had put Bangladesh under pressure by scoring twice in the span of 2 minutes. Bangladesh had returned 1 goal, however failed to win the match. Meanwhile, Bangladesh coach Maruful Haque said the final against the hosts would be a tough one.
You know, the journey of the success, there are a lot of ups and downs. I believe still we have chance to become champion and face Nepal. I know Nepal is very strong opponent, especially their home ground, and most of players they are grown up here. Their all atmosphere and environment is very familiar. Also, I believe if we can play according to our plan and strategy, then we can become champion inshallah.
This is the first time that the age group of both the sides are playing against each other in the final. Nepal had lifted the first edition of the Under-19 SAF Championship back in 2015 by defeating India. Under-18 Championship was held in 2017 where Nepal came first, having played in the round-robin format. Tomorrow's final is slated for 2:30 p.m. kickoff in Enfa Complex in Sadobato. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.